Denim has some magical qualities as a fabric, and I believe this is a ritual that every denim head should experience. This is the Shrink to Fit Tub Soak episode, now on Denim. Be a subscriber, it really helps. And in the coming month, I'm gonna be doing an experiment of breaking in a pair of Shrink to Fit 501s.
Here's how they fit out of the box. I'm a 31 wearing a 31, but they're a little big. Measuring a true waist.
17 inches, 44 centimeters. 42 inches, 107 centimeters. Front rise, 12 inches, 30.5 centimeters.
So you gotta make a decision if your pairs are too tight or too loose. Too tight, you can stretch out the waistband and have it fit you. If it's snug, just perfect fit, that's too tight. If it's too loose, try to wear them in, get a few fades, and let your body sweat, do some adjusting to them. Then you might have to do a tub soak. If you're talking about sanforized, your shrinkage is minimal, so just keep wearing them. If they're too loose, you're not gonna get much shrinkage out of them. You probably won't get them too tight, so throw them in the wash if you want eventually. It's really perfect if you can do rigid, starting with them being snug, just a little snug, but not too much, but perfectly done. And these are both shrink to fit, so you're going to experience the shrinkage. You want to keep them dry. You have to follow gremlin rules for this. Keep them dark, dry, and hungry.
Giving these about 100 days. They're too loose, and they're going to the tub soak episode. So you can see these are too big for me right now. Not falling off, but I really need a belt with them. I can probably shimmy them down. So let's do the magic of a tub soak and see if this fixes it. Okay. Cuffing them down all the way just for that sake. Straighten everything out. Not too hot, not too cold, just right. Water's water. Be comfortable. So this works for jeans, jackets, shirts. I'm wearing a denim shirt in here, but that's just to prevent indigo from running off onto other clothing. If you're wearing a jacket in here, make sure you submerge all the way up above the collar. And I would recommend putting a sweater on underneath so that you can make sure it doesn't shrink too much. You don't want it to be a shirt, you don't want it to be tight-fitting jeans. So you need a little space with the jacket. I need a little more water. Scrub-a-dub-dub, I'm in the tub. Scrub-a-dub-dub, I'm in the tub. Scrub-a-dub-dub, 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then just give yourself a moment to relax. This isn't necessary. I could jump out of the tub now. So it's been 7 minutes of soaking. That's pretty much more than enough. But I'm just gonna wait another minute. Okay. Now let's do a waist check. A little better, but they're still loose. So we gotta wear them until they dry, and that's the hardest part. So I'm just gonna squeeze out all the water I can so I don't get that all over my bathtub. Do a little squeeze, and I'm gonna put some towels down that I'm gonna step on, because you're gonna get water and dirty water all over everything. push that water out, then you can get ready and get out of the tub. So you can see that indigo stained water. If I squeeze it out, and get some more drops of indigo dye. You can see how dirty that water is. So you can see there's that line all around the bathtub, and I need to clean that. So you got a magic sponge, I'm gonna scrub at that. It's been about 20 minutes, not noticing much. Other than the inseam shrinking, I don't see the waist shrinking much right now. I'm just trying to let the sun dry it out, but there is no sun. It's a cloudy day, about 15 degrees Celsius. Not the most comfortable, not the best time to do it. A nice hot summer day where they dry the quickest would be the best. But sometimes you need to man up. So it's been an hour since getting out of the tub, and I can feel a little tightness around the waist. Can't shimmy them off. But I think we've still got another hour to go. So it's been 3 hours, and I'm pretty confident they're dry. There's still a little moisture going on in them. I'm gonna try the hot water boil and then wear to see if I can get any more shrinkage into this pair of Levi's. This is a second soak using the hot water boil and wear method. No shrinkage in the waist, but a little more in the length. Alright, so it is the first week of spring and I want to get my jeans soaked, do a wash, and wear them. It's only about 7 degrees Celsius, so I'm going to crank up the heat in my room, put a towel down on my chair, and hope for the best in the next couple hours. This is a day 200 check-in. We're wearing 18-ounce Unbranded brand Denim. No water, just wear. I mostly live a sedentary lifestyle, sitting at a desk teaching. All right, so I'm going to take a couple measurements. I'm going to do the front rise. I'm going to do the widest and the waist. And then I'm going to put these through a soak in hot water, wear them so they can hopefully get the pants tent going down and clean up some tomato sauce chocolate stains.
See how the fades are popping and how the neppy denim is just coming out even more neppy-ish.
What do you call that?
It's a pants tent.
Pants tent.
Yeah, I got a 5-inch bunch up here.
On hardcore denim, it's when you're sitting and standing. But this has been my most dreaded issue about this pair of jeans, and I'm hoping that the Tub Soak is going to fix it. 100 degrees to ensure the boil. Ten minutes. Wow, it already shrunk a bit. Straighten the pockets. And I'm gonna leave the ankles just as it is for now. That's my germ circle. It's been 2 hours and still dealing with a lot of wetness. That's 18-ounce denim plus the, it's not the hottest in here, but not a problem. All right, 4 hours later and they're mostly dry. Pockets still a little wet. Just put them up. Made it a little more stiff. I like that. I like that. All right, let's check out this fit. Still got chopper thighs. Nice in there. And what's going on with this? I've been doing promo spots in my videos for Unbleached Apparel for 3 years now, and I couldn't be more proud than to tell you about them again, and all the new raw cotton products they offer. They are plastic-free on a level that you could never expect a large business to be. If you want the most ethical clothing at the best prices, and you want it all from seed to sewn to sale done in America, well, of course, that's a given. Shipping worldwide. And let's make it even better with a 5% off code Denim. The channel name gets you the best clothes for cheaper and helps out the channel. Unbleachedapparel.com. Raw cotton clothing, homeware, a lifestyle, worldwide shipping, plastic free, dye free, good for you and the planet. 5% off code Denim. All right, so let's look at these numbers. I have a pair of 501s. The waist was 44 centimeters. This is for a 31-inch waist or 31 waist. I shrunk 2%, 1 centimeter, about half a size. So I went from 31 to about 30 and a half. Still was fitting me loose, so it could have shrunk more had they been more shrinkable. It didn't hit my waist. It didn't park at that. But I guess with my movement and where I was holding them, it stopped about that even at the second time. So even overall, 2% in the waist, still loose. The legs, I measured the outseam instead of the inseam. I got 107, then 102. That's a 5% from the tub soak. The second soak got an extra 2% length shrinkage. So 7% length shrinkage off of modern 501s. That's not that bad. That's actually something to look forward to. That is going to be a size and a half So plan on the size and a half shrinkage for 7%, modern 501s and shrinkage in the leg. Only about 2% in the waist in the modern ones. So try to get your true waist or as close as you can. Now looking at the 18 ounce unbranded brand. I had a 43 centimeter waist. It shrunk 3% to 41.5 centimeters. My front rise, which was the thing giving me that huge tense pant, that was didn't shrink that much. But the thigh in the widest flat did. That shrunk a little bit, still wide quads and butt, but tight thighs, if that makes sense. And the legs, it seems like it shrunk about 6%. So some significant shrinking in the leg and a tiny bit more in the waist. So the overall conclusion for the Tub Soak Redux episode, I have learned that modern pairs do not have the same shrinkage as the Levi's vintage clothing LVC collection or from decades past. Oh no, duh. I did get a decent amount of shrinkage from 107 centimeters on the outside to 99.5 on 2 Tub Soaks. So there is some shrinkage going on that you should plan for if you are buying them. And how do I feel about the Tub Soak? Didn't get the tightness that I wanted in the areas that I wanted it in. Tub soaking my 1966 501s seemed to do really well. Same thing with 1890s. LVC for the Levi's 501s, and I can say that for the unbranded brand 18 ounce pairs. I didn't get that pants tent to go down. I've also learned that with Neppy denim, I'm not going to wear it in. I'm going to wear Neppy denim. I really, really like Neppy denim. But I want to keep it as rigid or as dark looking as possible while allowing the accent of the Neppy dots to appear as white as possible, that high contrast. As far as doing a straight in the bathtub versus in a bucket with hot water or cool water and then wearing from the bucket, I think the bucket is a lot easier in just disposing of. Take the bucket and you just dump it where you think you can dump it the best, pour it safely down the drain. You have some indigo that's going to stain whatever it's getting on, the toilet, the bathtub, the shower. Doing it in the shower is probably another easy way, but again, you'll have to clean the shower basin, the tub basin, the same way. So just prepare for that. Looking back, I do see that I had some messy times of jumping into pools. This like indigo blob just undulating. Keep it clean, wear it rigid, do a tub soak. I think there's some pairs that it's definitely worth having a tub soak or some kind of shrink to fit without doing the machine wash. I can definitely say that it didn't shrink more than I needed to. None of these pairs shrunk below my waist. Whereas I've had other pairs come out of the washing machine and then it's too far for that. So this is the way of just parking it and getting it to there. What do you think about breaking your jeans in? What do you think about tub soaking versus a bucket or a shower? Jumping in a pool, river, lake, however you do it. I want to give a big shout out to my sponsor, Unbleached Apparel, for helping me through, for giving me the opportunity, for being a friend, for having awesome products that are just essentials and the right vision to be the person to do it. I want to thank my Patreon members. You can join for exclusive access, early sneak peeks. I'm Dan. Thanks for watching. Love your jeans.